In this video I am going to be giving you a detailed explanation on 3-4-3 formation. But before we start, you should hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, so that you don't miss on any of our new videos. With that being said, let's get it into today's video. First, what is the 3-4-3 formation? The 3-4-3 is composed of 3 center backs and the goalkeeper at the back. Then in midfield you have 2 central midfielders with 2 wide midfielders who act as wingbacks as well as wide midfielders. Up front there are 2 wingers and 1 central striker. Due to this layout, it is very attacking formation. You can have up to 8 players attacking at once. When in possession of the ball, there are many passing options that result from the unique layout of this formation. It is quite vulnerable in defense simply due to the fact that there are only 3 dedicated defenders. However, when defending, the wide midfielders drop back into a wingback role to shore up the defense, and the formation becomes a 5-2-3 instead. There are 3 variations of the 3-4-3. One variation is where one of the midfielders drops back into a defensive midfielder role to reinforce the defense. Another variation is where you do the exact same, but in addition the wide midfielders come inside to support the midfield. This creates a diamond shape in the midfield which is very hard to pass around. However, it can leave a lot of open space out on the wings for the other team to exploit. The final variation is where the wingers come inside to play as 2 strikers. Meaning the original striker drops back into center forward role. This is a great variation if you want to place more emphasis on attacks through center of the pitch. It should also only be done if you have a very strong striker who can hold up the ball and wait for support. Second, wide patterns of 3-4-3. All patterns can be mirrored on both sides of the field. The blue icons on the field represent mannequins. Work at your own pace as you may want to gradually introduce 1, 2 or 3 defenders along with the mannequins over time. All patterns of play are set up to play against a back 4 as represented by the positioning of the mannequins on the field. For each pattern of play, I recommend positioning the mannequins in natural defensive positions relative to the play. Wide play starts with the right center back taking a touch forward to engage the opposition press. At that time 2 movements need to happen. The center forward makes an angled run into the space offered by the dropping center midfielder. The right center forward makes a short run deep to receive a pass unmarked, at which point he lays off a pass, preferably 1 touch to the center forward. At the same time of the second pass, the right wing back makes a well-timed run into the space that would be made available by the pressing full back of the opposition. If the center forward can play the third pass with 1 touch, he should, provided he matches the run of the right wing back. The right center back should remain a passing option in the game if the final pass forward cannot be executed. Wide B play starts with the right center back taking 1 touch forward, that then is the trigger for the center midfielder to spin and make a run into the space behind the opposition fullback who will be occupying the right wing back. At that time the right center forward drops in the vacated central space, and receives a pass from the right center back. With 1 touch the right center forward should look to play a slightly forward pass to the right wing back who at that time should move to hold the width. The third and final pass has to match perfectly with the timing of the run of the center midfielder. If the right wing back should look to play a 1-touch pass, as a second touch could result on the pass being blocked by a defender in a game. The right wing back should look to play the pass moments before the center midfielder crosses the offside line. Passing qualities, well-timed runs and body shape are key to getting success here. Wide C. As the right center back takes a touch forward, this is the trigger for the right center forward to drop and receive a pass unmarked. The right wing back should hold his width and have an open body shape to receive a pass from the right center forward. The right wing back then looks to play a firm ground pass back to the center back who also should have an open body shape and a sufficient distance from the nearest opponent. Depending if the center back is right or left-footed, he should look to receive and then play a long lofted pass forward to the opposition's weak side with minimal touches to meet the run of the left wing back. Depending on relative pressure from the opponent, the long pass to switch the play may come from either center midfielder or the center forward if the opportunity is available. Wide D. A 4-pass combination that requires good passing qualities, a positive body shape and well-timed runs to get success. The right center-back plays a pass forward to the right wing-back, who should take no more than 2 touches before passing back to the deeper-lying center midfielder. At which point the right center-back should gradually move forward to join the attack and offer width to make the final pass down the channel. As the center midfielder receives a pass from the right wing-back, he should look to play a slightly forward pass to the right center-back on one touch if possible. At which point, as the ball is traveling from the center midfielder to the right center-back, the right center-forward makes an angled run into the channel to meet the attacking pass as well as beating the offside trap. The right center-back should also look to play the fourth and final pass on one touch, as by taking a second or third touch in a game may mean losing the angle for a pass. Once the right center-forward receives a pass in the channel, he should look to get his body around to face forward and see his options attacking the box as the left center forward and supporting players offer runs. Third, central patterns of 3-4-3. The primary difference between central and wide penetration is that central patterns in the opponent's half generally result in players arriving in good goal-scoring positions. As for wide patterns that come to fruition, they typically result in wide crossing positions or dribbling opportunities into the box from a wide position. That is, unless the pattern includes the final ball into the box. Note, all patterns of play can be mirrored to both sides of the field. Central A. The left center-back plays a firm pass to the left wing-back. The left wing-back should have an open body shape to play a forward pass in the channel on his second touch. The left wing-back may need to make a sharp away to return movement to create space for the second pass. As the ball is traveling in the first pass, the left center-forward makes a run into the channel at pace. As the left wing-back plays a forward pass to the safe side of the left center-forward, the left wing-back makes a well-timed run diagonally inside forward into the half-space. From that movement, the left center-forward should look to play a perfectly weighted ground pass into the run of the left wing-back. As the ball is traveling to the left wing-back, 2 key movements have to happen at this point. The center-forward must move off his defender to receive a pass to feet. While that happens, that's when the right center-forward makes an angled run through the gap between the opposition center-forward and left-back, mannequins. The fourth and final pass has to match perfectly with the run of the right center-forward as he beats the offside trap on the blind side of the center-back to meet the penetrating pass. The passing qualities, body shape, and where the passes are played to teammates are key to success in this pattern. Central B. As the left center-back plays the first pass forward to the left wing-back, he continues his run forward into the half-space. At the same time, the center midfielder drops into the space the left center-back came from. The center midfielder's movement is key for 2 reasons. First, he creates space for the left center-back to arrive unmarked on his run. Secondly, should the second pass be denied, then the center midfielder has offered an outlet to receive a pass back from the left wing-back. The speed of play gets quite fast from the second pass, however. This is necessary to get success in penetrating the defense. Before the second pass is played into the run of the left center-back, the center-forward must make a high to low movement to offer both an angle for the third pass as well as providing a passing option should the chance to penetrate is not on. As the left center-back receives a pass, the right center-forward should start his arced run to meet the penetrating pass from the left center-back. The right center-forward must time his run well such that he makes a run into the gap between the left-back and center-back, mannequins, and beats the offside trap with perfect timing to the penetrating pass being played by the left center-back. Fourth, natural triangles formed in 3-4-3. The advantages of the midfield diamond in addition to a forward trio were resonant. Not only could the diamond be divided into smaller triangles within the midfield, they also allowed triangles without, a labyrinth of passages through which the ball was moved swiftly, literal circles woven around defensive blocks as they puffed and panted to make sense of the cages that they were being built into. Again, contemporary ideas of football played their part too. This diamond worked only because Barcelona could risk a 3-man defense against the 2 forwards of the prevalent 4-4-2. In modern systems where attacking trios are the norm, this 3v3 is too perilous a gamble to take. Fifth, problems in 3-4-3 formation. Despite how great the 3-4-3 is for attacking play, it has quite a few defensive flaws. The 3-4-3 is very vulnerable on the counterattack due to the formation having only 3 central defenders. When playing this formation, you have to be very careful not to overcommit to the attack. Otherwise, the other team will have a huge advantage if they win the ball back. The 3-4-3 is also quite open to attacks by the opposition on the wing, as there is not much defensive cover there. The wide midfielders must be incredibly fit. They also have to be disciplined to be able to fulfill defensive duties as well as attacking ones. The 3-4-3 is also quite vulnerable in the midfield as there are only two central midfielders. The two in midfield can easily be passed around by a side with more midfielders. To remedy this, the wide midfielders can come inside and try to help out the midfield. However, this can leave the wings very open to attack. Conclusion: in answer to the question, is 3-4-3 a good formation? When used correctly, the 3-4-3 is a formidable formation that will be very difficult for other teams to defend against. The attacking nature of this formation will lead to high-intensity games, which can end with large score lines in your favor. However, the 3-4-3 is quite weak in defense and can get very exposed on the counterattack wings, so it should only be used if you are completely sure that you have the correct personnel for the job. That brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video, then you should hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss on any of our new videos. Thanks for watching this video.